After the revelation was made that the wife of Tamerlan Tsarnaev, the deceased Boston bombing suspect, was an American convert to Islam, speculation arose as to why she converted. While Muslims make up less than 1% of the U.S. population, the story of conversion is not rare. Many cite marrying a Muslim as their reason for converting. Here to share their conversion stories is Lauren Schreiber, who joins us via Skype from Washington, D.C. She is with the Council on American Islamic Relations, and with us live here in the studio is Aisha Al-Adawiya, who will also tell us about her journey. But welcome to both of you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here with us. Lauren, let me start with you. Can you tell us about your journey to Islam, why and how you converted?
Sure, absolutely. So I was first exposed to Islam my freshman year of college through a service group that just happened to be all Muslim. And so I was able to ask questions about the religion, about the faith, and dialogue with people who are actually practicing. And I think what struck me the most was how people's actions really lined up with their beliefs. It was surprising and new information that I hadn't been exposed to before. And when eventually in my senior year I had traveled to study abroad in the Gambia and West Africa, I was able to see a whole other side of the religion and the faith and how people practice and integrate it into their lives. And after traveling and coming back to the United States, I said, this is something I really need to look into and find out more information about. And I kind of met a few Muslim women to talk to them about their experiences. They gave me some reading material, and about 2 weeks later, I was Muslim.
Lauren, can I jump in real quick and ask you, what was your family's reaction when you converted?
Well, you know, I had a really great experience. My family has been nothing but supportive. In general, my family kind of was like really open to different cultures and different backgrounds, and I was always encouraged to kind of follow my heart and to do what felt right to me spiritually. And so when I had talked to my mom about, you know, my interest in Islam and how I was considering it, she was everything that you could possibly ask for. She had gone to Islamic classes with me to learn more information, and of course my family had a lot of questions, but the fact is that they asked them, and I was able to share what's important to me with my family. So,
Lauren, I want you to sit tight for just 1 second. I want to bring Aisha Al-Adawiya into this conversation. Your journey is a little bit different. Tell us about your journey to Islam.
Well, very briefly, I hail from Alabama, born and raised there in a Christian family in the segregated, very unequal South. So the spirit of resistance and rebellion was deeply rooted in me. And as a result of becoming an adult, moving to New York in the early 60s, encountering Malcolm X, and being exposed to that riveting social critique of injustice in the United States among its own African-American citizens, really primed me and gave me an awakening in terms of our history prior to the transatlantic slave trade, and also the Islamic connections in that regard. So it was after Malcolm X was assassinated that I embraced Islam, and it's been an incredible, empowering experience moving forward since then.
And I understand that you changed your name. What made you decide to change your name?
Well, again, because of the enslavement experience of African Americans, we came to know that the names that we were carrying, most of us, were in fact not our ancestral names, but these were the names of the people who had enslaved us. So again, it was an act of empowering ourselves to name ourselves rather than carry the name of the enslaver.
I want to bring both of you into this conversation. I think there is a perception, and I'm sure you're going to say it's a misperception that that the place for women in Islam is restrictive, and that it requires the woman in some way to be I don't know what the right word, submissive, subservient, all of those touchy words, to men. Both of you, and Lauren, I'll start with you about your reaction to that and what you've learned about who you are and can be as a woman in this faith.
So in terms of, I guess in terms of the way that I experience my religion, it's absolutely liberating for me. When I was kind of going through the period of trying to find myself and really connect with a mission, Islam was kind of a rock that I was able to go to help find the direction that I wanted in my life and to be able to express what my goals and kind of what's important to me in a way that just absolutely is structured and beautiful and very physically involved. Those are kinds of some of the things that I love about Islam. And when I hear people talk about it being restrictive, I always just want to ask, kind of respond with a question to them is, what's restrictive about it? I mean, people make choices about what they wear all the time, and there's a lot of flexibility in Islam that I think people oftentimes aren't familiar with.
Well, my experience is that it was a total liberation experience for me, starting with naming myself or renaming myself. And in fact, I embraced Islam precisely because of the position of the women, and also to find a way to root my spirit of resistance in a spiritual framework, right? Which meant that I could address social justice issues within the confines of the spiritual teachings of my religion that taught me not to commit atrocities such as we're discussing today, to harm innocent people, to do self-reflection and spiritual enrichment. The term jihad, for instance, which is so widely abused these days, has a very beautiful meaning. The most meritorious struggle is that one conducts on oneself internally to be the best possible person. So it is a beautiful religion, day-by-day instructions of how to live with fellow human beings. And if you ask the average citizen about that, you will see that people have been living together for centuries, and we have to continue that trend.
And in this day and age, that is the key, to learn how to do that. Aisha Al-Adawiya, thank you very much. Lauren Schreiber, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you sharing your story.
Thank you.
And you're watching Arise America.
Live from New York City.